When night falls, when the earth is covered in darkness, a ray of hope appears in the sky. Sometimes as thin as a silver nail, sometimes a bright disk that reveals all the secrets on its face. The moon, that mysterious sphere that has inspired poets, made lovers dream, accompanied lonely souls, and given life to werewolf legends. When we look at it, we think it shines with a sacred, calm light coming from within itself. However, this enchanting glow of the moon is the greatest and most beautiful deception in history. The moon is actually a giant sphere made of dark, dead, and dusty rocks, and it does not produce its own light. Its brightness is a completely borrowed, second-hand glory. For thousands of years, humanity has viewed the moon as a god, a goddess, or a celestial being. For the Greeks, it was the hunter goddess Artemis, or the moon goddess Selene. For the Egyptians, Thoth, the god of wisdom, was represented by the moon. This being that illuminates the darkness of the night must have its own power, its own light. Even great thinkers like Aristotle believed that the moon was not made of earthly elements, but of a heavenly substance called ether, perfect, smooth, and emitting its own light. This was a reflection of humanity's difficulty in accepting the fact that this faithful companion that guided them through the dark night could actually be a cold, lightless piece of rock. To unravel the real secret of the moon's brightness, we must begin our story 150 million kilometers away, in the hellish heart of the sun. Our hero is a photon, a particle of light, born there. Under the incredible pressure and heat in the sun's core, hydrogen atoms combine to form helium. During this nuclear fusion reaction, our hero, the photon, emerges with tremendous energy. However, it is not easy for him to escape from the sun. He is thrown back and forth, absorbed and re-released for hundreds of thousands of years in the sun's dense plasma layers. At the end of this long and chaotic journey, it finally reaches the surface of the sun and shoots off into space at a dizzying speed of 300,000 kilometers per second. After this uninterrupted journey of about 8 minutes, the flood of light consisting of these photons reaches the members of the solar system. While some of it reaches the Earth, some of it hits our planet's faithful companion, the moon. This is where the moon's deception begins. The moon's surface is not like a smooth mirror. It is covered with a thin, dusty layer of rock and glass fragments called regolith, which has been battered by the bombardment of meteors of all sizes over billions of years and is full of craters. The color of this dust layer is actually as dark as fresh asphalt. In other words, the moon is actually a very dark celestial body. However, instead of absorbing the sunlight falling on it, this dark dust scatters it in all directions. Just like a movie screen reflects the light coming from the projector towards the audience in the theater, instead of absorbing it. Our hero photon, which hits the surface of the moon, hits one of these dust grains and changes direction and bounces back into space. Some of these bounced, reflected photons travel about 1.3 seconds more to reach our planet, Earth, 384,000 kilometers away. And some of those photons enter the eye of a person looking at the night sky. What we call moonlight is actually nothing more than the reflection of the sun's light from the moon's dusty surface. So why does the moon have phases? Why does it sometimes appear as a full moon, sometimes as a half moon, and sometimes as a crescent moon? This is not related to the Earth casting a shadow on the moon. This is related to how much of its illuminated side we see during its orbit around the Earth. The moon is a sphere that is always half illuminated by the sun, but we can sometimes see the whole of this bright half, full moon, sometimes only a part of it, half moon, crescent moon, and sometimes not at all, new moon, depending on its position in orbit. The next time you walk under that romantic, silvery moonlight, stop for a moment and think.
That soft light that falls on you is actually a second-hand reflection of the wild fire of a giant nuclear furnace 150 million kilometers away, bouncing off the dusty surface of a 4.5 billion-year-old dead world. The moon is not the lamp of the sky, but a giant, ancient mirror reflecting the light of the sun.
The Door to Knowledge, presented by Toyer TV. Don't forget to take your place on this path of discovery and enlightenment.